My parents put a loan in my name for a camper, then told me if I made it awkward at Thanksgiving, I could just stay home. So I spent that week at the sheriff's office instead. I'm 27 now. I moved across the country for work 5 years ago, about 900 miles from the small town I grew up in, and I talked to my parents maybe 3 or 4 times a year. Growing up, they controlled everything. No after-school clubs, no sleepovers, no friends over. When I left for college, they acted relieved, like they'd finished a chore. I come back once a year, if that, and I usually book a cheap motel by the highway rather than stay in my old room. 2 summers ago, they bought a used travel camper. I only knew because my aunt tagged them in a lake photo on Facebook, the whole family grinning in front of it. I never saw it in person. I figured they'd finally splurged on themselves, and honestly, good for them. Last month, my dad called me out of nowhere. First time I'd heard his voice since spring. He spent 10 minutes working his way around to the point, which was this. When they bought the camper, they were about $8,000 short. Their solution was a personal installment loan in my name. My mail had still gone to their address for a while after college, so I never saw a single statement. They'd been paying the minimum, then stopped, and now it was headed to collections with my name and my credit attached to it. Roughly $19,000 with the late fees. The reason he was finally telling me? He didn't want it sprung on everybody at Thanksgiving. His words were close to, if you're going to turn this into a thing, it's easier if you sit this year out. Like the crime was the conversation, not the fraud. I hung up and sat on my kitchen floor for a while. Then I called my sister, who I'm close with, and told her I was going to see a lawyer. She's on decent terms with our parents, so I'm sure word traveled fast, because the next morning I got a text from my mom. Do not go to the police. This is a family matter. I wrote back that they could pay the balance in full and send me proof, and this would end there. She replied that I needed to stop being dramatic and grow up. I didn't answer. I found out the loan was $19,400. I filed a police report that week. My parents weren't arrested, but they were charged with financial identity fraud. As part of a plea, they agreed to take responsibility for the debt and got a year of court supervision. The lender wiped the loan off my credit and said they intended to pursue my parents directly. Here's the part I didn't expect. The lender's attorney floated that they could also come after me because I'd technically benefited. My parents had covered part of my rent one summer and let me store furniture in their garage for a year. My own lawyer agreed it was a gray area and going to trial could leave me on the hook for the full amount plus fees, so we cut a deal. I'd pay a smaller flat sum, and in exchange they'd permanently waive any right to ever collect the rest from me. I hated writing that check, but it was a fraction of what a courtroom would have cost. I paid it 4 months ago. My record is spotless now, like the loan never touched me. My parents sold the camper for way under what they owed and are grinding down the remaining balance with the supervision hanging over them. The cherry on top, while all this was unfolding, my sister went to refinance her car, and the loan officer asked about a store credit card in her name she'd never opened. Same parents, same era. She hadn't known either. She's dealing with hers now too. The strangest thing is that our relationship is actually better than it's been in years. Not warm, exactly, but honest for the first time. They've apologized more times than I can count, and I think they finally understand it. My mom cried on the phone last week, and it didn't sound like performance. I didn't go home last Thanksgiving. I ate at a diner alone, and it was the calmest holiday I've had in a decade. But this year, when my dad asked if I'd come, I said yes. I think I actually will. Actually,